Hi, this is Jason Fielder with the Daily Forex Report for April 8th. We are looking at the US Japanese yen pair. This particular pair closed down today and is starting to move sideways. The bias is sideways currently. We are expecting this pair to move potentially as high as 101.62 and possibly as low as 98.45. Definitely look for some resistance around 140. And look for some support around 99.31 in this particular pair. Now, switching over to the Euro USD, this particular pair moved much lower today, did pull back significantly before the close and closed up for the session. We are expecting this pair to potentially move as high as 134.34 and possibly as low as 130.33. Look for some resistance around 130.09 and look for some support around 132.00. Now, switching to the pound US dollar pair, this pair closed down today. It did form an inside bar, so we could definitely have a breakout during this next session, especially with the rate decision pending tomorrow. And we are expecting this pair to move potentially as high as 148.90 and possibly as low as 144.73. Look for some resistance around 147.75 and look for some support around 145.79. Now let's switch over and take a look at the US Swiss. This particular pair closed up today. It is definitely moving sideways and the bias is sideways. We're getting close to some previous resistance areas, so I don't anticipate us breaking out of that just yet. I do anticipate the market moving higher during this next session and then pulling back going into Friday's session, but we'll definitely have to wait and see if that is the case. Now, we are expecting this pair to move potentially as high as 116.14, possibly as low as 113.12. Look for some resistance around 115.17 and look for some support around 114.15 in this particular pair. Now, what am I looking at during this next session? There's had a couple of inside bars created today. Had a couple of swing trades. One little scalping swing trade I'm going to do. Let me close that out. During this next session, if it gets down there, you take this point and we have our swing trade. Well, we have a little point here. Looking to sell there at 123.43 and taking out this low at 123.30. It's a very quick little scalp just for a couple of pips. It's just something that we're going to place and hopefully the market will push lower and go ahead and give us our profit on that. Just a quick little scalp. Other than that, there's really not too much that is going on with the rate decision pending. The market should be fairly thin during the next couple hours. But what is going on tomorrow? We have the Canada releasing their net change in employment for March at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. Consensus is that it has improved from negative 82.6K to negative 50K, which would be good news for the Canadian dollar. Now, the pound is releasing their rate decision at 7 a.m., and the consensus is that they are holding their rates at 0.50%. If they unexpectedly change that to the upside or the downside, it's definitely going to have an impact on the pound. So it's definitely something to keep an eye on. Now, if you have a good counter trend strategy, it would probably be a wise use of your time to go ahead and trade that on the hour time frame, going from now into that news announcement, basically exiting all your counter trend trades prior to the news announcement at around 6:55. But the market should be fairly quiet and moving sideways, so especially in select pairs like the pound US dollar pair, for example. So it's a good opportunity to make some money. Well, that about does it for today. Until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.